Hello! There ain't nothing going on but the Rent Boys podcast right here. Like and subscribe now, okay? Because we need you. My name is Alex Camp, award-nominated comedian, finalist in Musical Comedy Awards 2024. And here in the middle, we've got Dom Hatton-Woods.
Working comedian.
He gets actual work, not just awards and critical acclaim like me. And then over there, someone who gets neither. It's Ethan Smith.
It's me, but arguably the funniest out of the three. We'll see what happens.
He's getting cocky now, baby. We're here in the middle of April coming up, and just it's a lovely day outside. And Dom's feeling better.
Yeah, I'm all right now. I got some antibiotics and an inhaler.
Yeah.
From the doctor.
You owe me some Lemsip and some ibuprofens, I think.
If we're going to be that like that, then I suppose I do, yeah.
Yeah, well, what if I get ill?
Well, I'll buy you some.
Wait, what's on your mind?
I'll have a go at you for being ill.
The inhaler thing.
I didn't have a go at you for being ill. I had to go at you for being ill badly.
Yeah. You went, oh man, how long are you going to be ill for?
No, but
it's really putting a downer on the house.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah, but what do you want from me?
Well, being ill's an attitude.
Fuck off.
Right? No, it is. If you play into it, it gets worse.
You're
it's
not
like
Jordan
it can
Peterson,
tell you.
Mate.
It can tell your disposition from it. If you buy an inhaler, you might as well say, come back in 6 weeks, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
He's got an inhaler now, everyone. Just so you know.
Been using it on stage as a prop.
That's good. Yeah, the people love a bit of an inhaler, don't they?
That's what I thought.
It's been an eventful couple of weeks. I met Ethan's family, Ethan's mum. Well, he's got. You can't meet all of Ethan's family in one place. You have to hire an arena to meet them all.
There's a lot.
Sorry,
there's
but
a lot
really,
going on.
his dad, really good-looking guy.
Is his actual dad?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
We said that. He looked about 25 years old.
Well, he's young looking, just a regular looking guy, I'd say.
How old he is? How old is he? 45?
Well, black don't crack.
He's not black.
He's a quarter.
He's not.
Quarter helps.
Quarter helps, mate.
But
yeah.
How old
it's
is
like
he?
Dove, 1/4 moisturising cream.
Yeah, exactly.
How old is he?
Well, how old is he? I don't know, 40 odd.
Yeah, he looks very good for his age.
Yeah, well, good on
Right,
him.
calm down on Ethan's dad.
I
What are you
know.
going to do? Like,
Just suck my dad off.
be his next mum or
I was
something?
going to fuck him.
You better not suck my dad off, dude.
Yeah, leave my dad alone.
I'll be so upset if you suck off my dad. I'll be well upset.
Get off.
Stop. Then you can suck my dad off.
I didn't even ask for that.
But he's a good-looking guy.
First of all, you need to chill out with both of them. So you're going to end up sucking my dad and your own dad off
Yeah, at the same time.
at the same time.
You two and your dad's bloody
To be
hell.
fair, I've seen my dad's dick. It's not. Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
I'm glad we got started like this.
Anyway, so this video I've been watching.
Whoa. We were talking about something. You can't
But then
just...
you said anyway.
Right.
No, you interrupted.
No, you said anyway, which means we're changing.
You interrupted in the middle of us talking
We were
about
starting a
how
thing.
sexy his dad
Yeah,
is.
and you were like, oh, fuck his
Actually, I
dad
want to tell
real
you.
bad.
I just want to tell you something. Tell you why I was grumpy last night.
Yeah.
It was a tactic. Because remember I reckon the best podcast we've done was me and you had an argument about something before it. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh.
Didn't matter to
kind
me.
of
We had
mental
some
person
kind
shit
of
is this?
debate before it, and I thought the last podcast I did wasn't our best. I thought, maybe we're lacking. I've got to do something to aggravate Alex. We'll argue before the podcast. Timed it perfectly.
What's this
And here we are.
manipulation and mind game?
Well,
Well, I'm
no.
just trying to get us
playing?
more viewers.
Like,
Weird,
like
he's sociopath.
It's for the best of
Yeah.
everybody.
you're like
What,
one
by-
of these directors that causes shit behind the
Yeah.
scenes to get the actors fired up.
Yeah,
you
making
know?
stuff happen.
Yeah, in Nickelodeon.
I'm obviously as if I
In
have
Nickelodeon, that's not what I was talking about.
No, not that. All right, never mind.
I was talking more the Francis Ford Coppola, Stanley Kubrick
Right,
level.
okay. No,
Not-
get your feet out and let me lick beans off it.
Yeah, we're
type
not
of-
talking about abuse on the set, quiet on the set.
All right, okay,
Are we
never
not?
mind.
No,
right.
I mean, I'm not.
as if I've got the
Is that what
intelligence.
you're talking about?
Well, as if I've got the intelligence to time that situation and make it happen. That
Yeah,
way.
this isn't Drake and Josh that we're living in right now. This is a serious podcast.
I think of
all right?
Hannah Montana.
Wow. Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
Singer by
'Cause you've
night,
got a wig.
normal guy by day,
DJ
Yeah.
by day.
professional singer. So yeah, your mum was here.
Yeah, my mum come down, just check out Charlton.
She was like,
She wanted to see whether I was living in a squat. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was like, and she blocked the car in. And Alex comes
So
downstairs.
no one could leave.
So no one could leave. That's the first power move that she pulled on us. Then Alex come downstairs and he's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Can we park there?" And Alex is like, "Well, I don't know who the fuck you are." You know?
I was like, who the fuck are you?
Why is there just a family of 4 just like walking up my driveway? And I was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is my lot." And he was like, "Oh, right, it makes sense now." And my mum's like walking around and that, fucking checking walls and fucking. It's all right, this, you know. It's not so bad. Just the loudest family that's ever like walked into anywhere.
I heard a kid.
Yeah,
But because Emily was here and was playing some kind of music.
yeah.
So I thought Alex had met a mum.
Oh,
And he brought the kid back to play some music with the kid. And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake.
I
Stop.
love how that's the first place your brain goes
And I
when
just
you hear a
thought-
child in the house like Alex has shagged a mum
I
of a
just
young
thought,
kid.
mate, stop playing music with these girls.
Alex
Have a
has-
conversation.
Alex has slept with a single mother,
Yeah,
and
and
now
there's
the
a kid
child
here.
is at the house.
Oh, yeah, I bet. I don't think that's how single mothers
I was
work.
anxious to.
You're having a weird fever dream. You and Emily up there sick, dying. Like, there's no way we're going to check out what this is. We're not leaving
I
the
was
room.
anxious to come downstairs.
But it's probably this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anxious to come down and you couldn't.
Well, I didn't want
face
to meet
it.
a new person, but then I had to meet Free. She's a very pleasant woman. Actually, I never
that's
shagged
nice.
her.
They're really nice.
Sorry.
That was nice.
We had
Yeah,
a great
it's all right
time.
because we can just dip that.
Yeah, I
bit
don't know
in the
what I
thing.
said.
So, yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice to see her. It was nice for them to know I'm doing well. I got a bit like, they were like, you know,
It was a shame.
they were a bit shocked, I think. They were like, oh, all right, okay, we thought we might have had to worry about you a bit more then.
It's
we have
alright,
been
he's
doing.
living with some old man
Yeah, yeah.
who's looking after him, I guess.
And they're like, well, yeah, if he has to fuck him, he has to fuck him.
It was a shame I wasn't in a better state to talk, but you know, I'll see your mum again.
They
Yeah.
came. They helped me with the jigsaw. That was good.
Well, yeah, that was the thing that kind of I was a bit perplexed because I was a bit worried. I was like, oh, they're really loud, and it's a bit of a disruption. I didn't tell anyone they were coming. You know, they just kind of turned up and took over the space. And Alex was sat in the kitchen doing a jigsaw. And my whole family was like, yeah, we're getting in on this.
Yeah.
We're getting in on. Fucking pull up a chair,
So that was your.
get the corner pieces out. Mum, you're on the sky.
They were very organised. They didn't get many pieces in.
They didn't get any pieces. I don't think they did one.
They did a few. There was a few. A few were dropped in. Isabel was no help.
No.
8 years old, can't do a jigsaw puzzle. It's a disgrace.
Useless.
She was funny though, because what she was doing, right, with the music, she had an iPad and she was like,
Right, let me play you my beats.
we were like, what?
She's like, yeah, I got this beats. It's called Cats and Onions.
It's like random stuff. And she's playing these beats that she's made on GarageBand, and she's like, she's like a DJ in a way, because she'll put it on. It's like,
Meow, right, are you listening? No, stop.
and she'd stop.
You make it
she'd
sound like
start
she's
it
from
every
Essex.
time. I changed accents
Yeah, you
halfway
did,
through.
yeah.
That's how
It
I
was really
tend
good.
to
It
do.
was like Northern and a child, and then it's got more
Essex.
progressively like.
Are you listening to me beats?
Like she's on
That was good. You're back. We're
Little
back.
Britain or something.
And she kept starting it and then stopping and rewinding to the beginning again. We're like, are you going to play this beat or not?
It was infuriating, really. But she's so cute.
So it
You
was-
can't- you
She
can't
was
be
really
angry.
sweet.
So
It
it was
really
your
funny.
mum, her boyfriend,
Her husband.
her husband, and their kid.
Yeah, yeah, or my sister, as you'd call her. But yeah, no, I was a bit worried. I was like, oh, they found the perfect son here. They found him. He's in here. He's got a silk shirt on. He's doing jigsaws. I can't compete with this.
Shame I wasn't there, because then they'd have loved you.
Yeah, they'd have gone, oh, that's the other side of it.
Yeah. They'd be like, it's like a devil and an angel on the shoulder. And I don't know what's going to happen to him. But,
Families tend to love me, but we had a great time. I really enjoyed it. And it's meant that the jigsaw's sticking around, because I felt bad. I was like, I better get rid of this jigsaw because I ain't finishing it. Now they've become invested in it.
Yeah.
I have to finish it.
You're going to have to frame
so
it
it's
and
still
send
there
it
on
to
the
them.
table. Yeah, I will. I'll have to do that. So,
Kill Tony.
we're doing something different here today. Now, usually we would have our sections, daily developments, gripe of the week, all those kind of things. But we're moving away from that, and we're going to take a look at something. I frankly am horrified and don't want to do it.
Which I love.
But Dom especially is really excited to take pleasure in my downfall,
So
and
let's just-
Ethan's up for it too.
Let's just watch this, and then when you get on, we'll start to comment.
Let me present it.
Okay.
So it's 2016, and I was in America. Do you want to ask me questions about this, or are you interested in any of the setup, or do you want me to just set it up?
Just
What
get
were
going
you
now.
in America for? What were you doing there?
I was over there. I'd been living in Japan for about a year, and I was I just recently got a good job, so I had a bit of money, and my mate got married. So we went over there to go to Chicago to my mate's wedding.
Oh, amazing.
And before that, me and my friend Tommy B, who was coming from England, we met up in LA because we wanted to go and do a couple of
Tommy
days
B.
in LA. Tommy B, best mate. Big up to Tommy B. One of my best mates.
Thought I was your best mate.
No,
You thought wrong. So me and Tommy B met up. We hired a Mustang. We did all this stuff. We were just having a good time. And I'd started comedy about 6 to 8 months before.
Yeah.
And I went to the Comedy Store. On Mondays at the Comedy Store, you can sign up for the potluck open mic, 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's Kill Tony, where you put your name in and you just come back and watch the show, and they pull your name out of a hat.
Right.
They
you
might
do,
not pull it out.
You do 1 minute of stand up, don't you? And
1
then
minute.
and then you have to have an interview with Tony, where the idea is that you make funny things and kind of roast
Exactly.
Tony. So this just for anybody who don't know.
Tony
And-
Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe, who's a roast battle writer, and he's now living in Austin with the Joe Rogan and all the people like that. He's been an active Comedy Store guy, and I'm at the Comedy Store on Hollywood Boulevard in the belly room, the small room at the Comedy Store, where Chappelle
people?
filmed a special.
Wow.
How
And
many people?
there was probably like 150 people in there. There's tables and stuff, and there's all at the side. It was really busy.
Yeah.
I performed in there the next time I was in the States. I did 5 minutes there.
And how did that go?
It went all right, actually. Went well.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's easy. It was an easy room that night. I wasn't particularly great, but so I come here. I don't know whether I'm going on or not. I'm sitting in the audience with Tommy B. Bear in mind, earlier that day we went to H&M to pick up the suits that Christian was like, get these suits from H&M. So we
Alright.
did, and I saw when I was queuing up at the end, they've got all the stuff at the counter. I saw a nice hat.
Yep.
I thought I'll get that.
I'll take a chance.
And I hadn't had my hair cut, and we were getting our hair cut just before the wedding, so I didn't want to touch it. So I had kind of messy hair, and we were sitting down, and the first act comes on, and
Oh no, she's gonna pull it out! Oh shit!
no, this is
What's she pulling out?
her name was not Miss Pat, it was Miss Lips.
Everybody
That's
knows.
why I get it
Lips.
confused with Miss Pat.
Oh, crazy.
Everybody knows
It's not-
that when you got a ton of money, everybody's got their receipts
It's
all
alright.
crinkled up with them. Fuck yeah.
I'm 20% Jewish. I don't know what he's talking about.
You're what?
I'm 20% Jewish.
So you get the idea.
That's very true.
She did her set.
My Bank of
It was a load of this.
Thank
It
you.
was bonkers,
Right.
and she's insane.
I feel like
Completely
You wanna
insane.
Fuck me, don't you?
with your code name
I think
and
you
your
guys are gonna fall
You
in love.
keep calling my name. I'm gonna be
You
like
want to fuck
this.
me, don't you? You want to fuck
your
me, don't?
stage
They couldn't
name
even
and
get a
your
word in.
inability
No.
to answer actual questions. I'm beginning to think
Tony
you might be
Lips.
on the run. And by the looks of things, it might be the first
I'm
run that you've
31.
ever been on.
Now, I'm not making excuses for myself
Wow.
because what you're about to see
You know
is
I
I haven't actually watched it in ages, so can't remember how bad it is. I know it's bad, but this was what I was competing against. Was this absolute chaos?
Because that
happened
lady,
before me.
usually people are quite timid when they go up there, aren't they? That lady came on with like force. She came on with the receipts.
Oh, she came in with everything. She was going for it, man, big time.
They're alright. They're alright.
Why?
And so
Wow. Okay.
I mean, she's not.
She's still
now, bear in
fucking
mind as
hell.
well,
I'm telling you.
I was going through a bit of a crisis with my name.
Yeah.
Okay.
and it was okay to give a white guy a kind of like black-esque name, and it was all right. It wasn't really a problem. It still was weird.
Yeah.
And it just became popularised because my mate told everybody that was my name when we moved to Brighton. And at this point, I was like, I've got to get rid of that. So
There we go. He's got a really weird voice, doesn't he?
he's got a really nasal, annoying voice.
Do you know what? Can I say something? So when I was a personal trainer,
Yeah?
I did some seminars, ran some seminars with a guy called Zach Tielander,
Yeah.
who lives in Texas, and he now hangs out with Tony Hinchcliffe. And the other day, he's now Tom Segura's personal trainer.
Tom Segura's
So I've
personal
got more
trainer.
famous mates from my time in the personal training world than I do as a comedian.
Wow.
It's fucking depressing.
That's not true. You know some famous people.
Not as famous as Tom Segura.
Okay, here we go.
It's all happening. Let's just
So
keep
picking out the
plowing
hat.
on.
I don't know I'm
How do you
coming
guys
on.
feel about
Tony's
that,
never been so hard in his
I'm not
life.
okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Everyone's still getting
At
over
At
it.
least we set women back 20 years in comedy.
And black people.
For sure.
It's a shame
Women
it's
and
not
black people.
famous.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. This is another new name. Let's see what happens. It's Alex Edwards.
Oh, Edward.
Alex Edwards.
What?
All right.
Yes.
What? 'Cause you-
I am
Holy
really
shit.
not looking.
Wait, what?
Here he is, Alex Edwards.
Can you turn it up?
So I've got the hat on.
All right, hello. Make some noise if you love sex.
No, I think I look good at this.
You do not. You look like you've
I
just.
look dressed badly, but I look young.
You look like you've just
you,
stopped.
you do look young.
Lego
You
didn't
look like
work.
you've just stopped doing heroin.
Oh, it's a pirate ship. Tried dirty talk, but apparently smearing my laptop in feces, watching some classic Steve Jobs.
What am I
Not
doing?
exactly what she had in mind. But I haven't got time for sex now because I have to get up early in the morning. So I get up early to spend a bit more time in bed. I try and do more stuff in the shower. Get your mind out of the gutter. So I shave in the shower, brush my teeth in the shower, piss in the shower. My girlfriend doesn't even know the difference. Just 2 jets of hot water. So the next step is before I go to sleep,
This is so
I'm
gross.
just going to put some cereal and milk in my mouth, and hopefully by the time I wake up, I would have masticated and digested it. So, yeah, if I don't come back,
It's a strong
Masticated.
word on stage, isn't it?
This is This is worse than I remember it being, and I remember it being bad.
Well, okay, so because
That's terrible.
right, let's just go.
I don't want
over,
to pause it and restart it too many times.
No,
'cause
no.
of the editing.
We'll watch the.
I feel like it's 2
But
sections.
go ahead,
in, but
yeah.
that wasn't actually that bad. You look so young there, and you sound. I feel like you sound more English. How does that work?
Maybe you were trying to, because you're in America, you were trying to.
Yeah, I think when
English it
you're
up.
when you're abroad, and also when I was in Japan, you get used to sounding a bit more like that's your identity.
Yeah, you sound like you're off like the telly or something, or you sound like the next Alexa.
The next Alexa, good voice. The voice does sound okay. That's probably the only good thing that can be said about it. And I do look ridiculously young and skinny, which I'm happy about. My hair looks bad, my clothes are bad, but I look skinny and young.
Yeah, well, that's also being a sign of being skinny and young. You've
I
got to
think-
have bad clothes and hair.
You look like you've just come out of rehab and someone's gone, here's some clothes.
Yeah, it looks like I'm pretending something like I'm dressed.
Like you've literally just come straight from rehab and you thought, I'm going to go and kill Tony.
Yeah, it does.
In these
That's
clothes.
pretty fair, actually. Yeah, like extremely skinny and picked up random clothes out of a bin.
Yeah.
It is a really random setup.
But that is, does that make you feel better that
You look like if David Tennant started skateboarding. That's what you look like.
So this is 6 months in.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, so he's still fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything really for a while. Like, none of those really were bits that I had.
You must have felt.
Stuff
Those
you
weren't
said.
even bits, yeah.
You
I
must-
don't even know what I was doing for the first 6 months because I didn't have a 1 minute bit that I could do.
Yeah, yeah.
You must have felt terrible during that.
I felt awful afterwards. During was like too quick to really notice. Like it was. Also, it's such an unusual situation. Like I'd never done that before. I'd just been going on in the bar in Tokyo with people I knew, and it was it's a comedy club,
Wow.
And
an
let's
actual
watch-
the most famous comedy club in the world. I was like, Yeah, okay, let's see. This is where it... If anyone watching this, if you thought that was bad, it's already bad to get 0. I got 0 laughs.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Absolutely nothing in that 1 minute. Now it's going to get worse, believe it or not, because now I'm going to face up to this panel.
Alex Edwards.
And they're doing like a really like shitty,
Hi, Alex.
weak
You're a normal
ending.
human being, aren't you? You have common sense, the ability to listen and respond at normal times and beats. We probably realize that honesty is what's naturally funny, and everybody's different. So if you just answer it with any common sense,
So they're already
it's gonna be
prepping for
smoothly,
something,
right?
for the insanity of the previous episode.
Perfect, because the entire format of the show revolves around that. The fact that we've even made it to this point, Alex, is quite a
It's
miracle.
actually nice to me at first, in a way.
Glad to be
Where are
here.
you from?
I'm from England.
What part?
From near London.
How long have you been in America?
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Let me ask
thank
you
you.
something. In that part of England where you're from, have they ever played the movie Indiana Jones for you?
Yeah.
They have. So you've seen, you know that's a thing.
I knew the hat was going to come up. I bought this today. This was an impulse holiday purchase, otherwise known as a terrible idea. But,
Don't try to assimilate to Los
Right.
Angeles with fashion. It will only hurt you.
And it was from H&M as well. So
Wow, a
what's
must
the
buy
point?
from H&M.
making a...
I came here
A
to
one
buy
of a
something
kind.
from H&M.
The only must buy at an H&M is when you like something terrible happened, like you broke a shirt or something, and you absolutely must buy something at an H&M.
Break a
Okay.
shirt.
It's next to the venue, and you have
Hulk
10
out.
minutes to get a new shirt. That's an H&M must
It is
buy.
very close to the bench.
A must buy at H&M isn't actually.
Look at my hair. This is the reason. This is one of the reasons I've taken to wearing
get
hats
it.
for a well
You're doing
overdue
comedy,
haircut.
it looks fine.
I've decided
Alex.
hats are going to be a thing now.
Alex, go
That's
go
it.
like this. Let's un-British you. No, not.
No, I would like to say this is better actually than the comedy.
Yeah,
Much
tons.
better, yeah.
I'm just having
Still-
a back and forth with them.
Still not great,
Still not great,
but better.
but I don't realize that they're not actually kind of planning on letting me like get in there, and I'm not funny enough to break through that.
Yeah.
But at least I seem like I'm not a complete disaster, which
Yeah.
I'm happy about. So it's actually not as bad as the comedy yet. It might get worse.
No.
No, it does get worse.
Let's just have a look.
Stop pushing it
But not
forward.
too much.
This is what you creepy Brits love doing. Watch this. Okay, well, where you're about
Doesn't
to
matter
become an
'cause this- I'm gonna
American.
use
You ready
this
for this?
Can we
I'm
stop
so
there?
scared.
Take your hand and go like this, right? Go like this, and then at your forehead, and then go all the way to the side. There you go. Great. Now you're from Long Beach. Welcome to the show. Fucking, even I'm impressed how well that worked.
Give a little
Do
pose.
you reckon that was the birth of the fringe?
No, the fringe has been
all
done
saw
before.
that,
You
right?
think it was
I
this?
just
This
invented
isn't
that shit.
the
wasn't an actual thing.
the origin,
I've
the,
referred
the,
to
the,
Indiana
the
Jones.
backstory to it. Now.
Exactly like everybody from. This is my first time. I've actually been living in Orange County, and Alex. I mean, actually, that's fucked up. You'd have the Orange County voice. Let's get into it. What do you do for work?
Hey, good to see
I
what's
don't
going
actually
on.
live here or in the UK.
I'm just
I live
shrugging. I'm like, I have no structure
So what
to
do you
my
do for
body.
work?
I'm a teacher.
You're teaching Japanese English.
No, I'm teaching English to.
I like him.
There we
you
go.
go.
He's got it going.
That's going in the set.
I think maybe that's where it turns. He didn't like.
He
the-
hated that, didn't he?
He hated
Yeah.
that.
National school. I teach small children, like 4 years old. So it's all in English. And some of them are Japanese. Some of them are, very rich expat children who don't even know how rich they are.
Rich what children?
Expat children. They're expats. So they're people who live. They're from like.
We're
America, wherever,
hot-blooded
live in
Americans.
Tokyo.
We don't know what that
Boring.
means. You're gonna have to break that.
Shut
down.
the
No,
fuck
you don't
up,
know what
Alex.
expat is, Tony?
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
Never heard of this
Well,
before.
I think
in
it was
my
like
32
expatriates.
years on the
It's
planet.
Americans who.
Because Tony
live
Hinchcliffe's a
in
bit of a dick, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it
But
is.
they
I think
sort
he
of
is.
like,
And
I'm
he's
in
obviously
Australia
thought
touring
he's
my
forgotten
own
that I've
one-man
just
shows,
bombed.
this Sunday,
yeah.
by the way, for those of
And
you
I
who
think he's like,
Tony, I was gonna
oh, I've just been made a bit of a fool out
Yeah.
of.
And now he's clawing it back. You reckon?
only about 8 hours.
I remember the band chipping in way
Wait
more
for
than
an
they
open
are.
mic.
Well, they
They
do.
do,
It's
How many people does he have
it's
to
a bit
bring?
mental.
None. You don't have to bring anyone. You can
I'm gonna get some X-Pox and invite some friends. You know what I'm
X-Pox?
talking about?
The whole D
What, you offered
generation
him to
has
perform
Xbox.
that
Alex, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30.
Tony?
Huh. And how long have you been in Japan?
About a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
What's the lady situation out there like?
Hot
You
Asians,
hook up with a
huh?
Japanese girl
You
yet?
can't say anything about them taking the piss out of you.
That's crazy that you're 30 at that point.
Is that? Do you introduce her?
How sexy you
Do
are.
you introduce her?
Yeah, I
as your
know.
Japanese girlfriend?
Look like a baby boy.
In case you didn't know.
I'm gonna look like a raisin when I'm 30.
So
You won't.
have fun
Look.
with her?
Probably gonna have been to jail twice.
Have you been to the office?
What?
Yes, I did.
No.
Have you been to the office strip club in Tokyo?
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I know the
That's
office.
literally the only
I don't know.
place
I
where
thought you
I've
went
been
in
at.
for a little.
Sure, you did.
I feel like I've
What's the most
suddenly
exciting thing you've
realized
done in
that
your 4
I'm
days in Los
being
Angeles?
got by both sides.
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm
being
feeling
double
like a
teamed.
bit of a
Besides
fool.
when you saw that must-buy hat.
Cool.
Yeah.
The hat was the big one. I know, we went.
Did you wanna leave at this
It was
point,
great.
do you
Went to the beach.
Yeah, I was definitely over it by this point.
Loved it.
Yeah.
No more exciting answers than that. Driving a lot. Love it. That was it.
What else are you
Wait.
planning on doing while you're here? Is there anything like? Do you have any like
I
special
want
skills?
to
I'm
hear the
clearly
accent. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
properly.
Yeah, like,
let
let
me
me
go.
go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
done.
shit, they're having a
Let's hear it. I
revolutionary
wanna hear-
war
no, I wanna
over
hear.
here. All right, Alex, stick
Oh,
over
you
here.
shut him
Stick
off,
over
man.
there.
Accent
So far, we're
behind
2
me.
for 2 on guests trying to host the show tonight.
Hey,
Oh, you
Tony.
shut him off.
Yeah.
Tony, he reminds me of Sherlock
Oh.
Holmes, but instead of
Yeah, I
having
think
trouble
that's
finding
the
criminals,
thing.
he
I
has
was
trouble
like, those
finding
guys would go in
punchlines.
on the other side, and they weren't saying anything.
Long way, too long. Wake up, crowd. Just trying to joke. It hasn't been a joke in about 7 minutes on the show. Okay.
Which is funny.
That was good.
That's funny.
Sherlock, he's like Sherlock Hostile. All right,
Holmes,
okay.
I got it.
Instead of,
He's right.
You
Did
don't
you
do
write
it to
that?
your own. Stop doing that.
Hey, where are the rest of the libertines?
That's actually pretty good. The rest of the libertines, Cowboys.
It's a British reference.
Alex, stick with me over here, Alex. Is there
You
anything
don't butcher
that,
your own. Is that what he
Yeah,
said?
it's a red band. Yeah.
Yeah, he caused Amy Winehouse.
It's a weird scenario that I'm there with these people.
I mean, a whole panel show like that's crazy anyway. It's a weird format.
Yeah.
It's a super weird format.
I mean, Brian Redband was the first producer on
that crazy question.
Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, yeah.
Anything at all. Like if
Who?
you had to excite somebody.
The guy all the way to the right who's the producer who does the
Okay.
sound effects, Brian Redband, he was the original producer before Young Jamie on Joe Rogan.
Is that true?
Are you on
God, this looks crushing, man.
Yeah, it just went on way too long.
I guess there
I
are.
think we should stop now.
And the problem is,
Jesus
I think we should.
Christ.
Just as most
No,
people.
It's not that bad.
it is quite bad.
You know what it looks like? It looks like, you know, the bit where a UFC fighter gets knocked out and then they keep hitting him in the face. And he can't absorb it.
It was that they were coming from both sides.
Yeah. Like
And
a
there
gay
was
porn.
nothing.
Coming from both sides.
Now with a 4-year-old,
Yeah,
you
with the
wacky,
teacher.
wacky Brit, you.
The
With the
dog
teacher.
With the teacher.
With the teacher.
With the teacher.
Yeah, you have a shag in the break room.
Yeah.
Everyone's just a progressively worse British person.
No, he says we don't really mean that. Play it again.
We've gone
With the teacher.
With the teacher.
With the teacher.
Yeah, you have a shag in the break room.
Yeah.
Everyone's just a progressively
Yeah.
worse British
I'm just clearly trying my best not to be visibly like pissed off and uncomfortable. Yeah, I think it's
You're the
I think you look.
it's a bit like shock. Like there's a fake smile.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, Al.
That must be a super hard
I think you're
situation
trying
to be in.
I think you know they're fucking you up and you're trying to fight back, but you don't have the tools.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm getting it from 5 professional comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what this reminds me a lot of? This reminds me a lot of walking into a break room on site.
Right, and the new kid is there. Like,
Yeah, say you've just got to this site and they've been there for a few weeks and they're doing a health and safety presentation and that. You walk in, you know, you've not got your boots on or something.
Yeah.
You're getting it from all angles. The old guy in the corner is going to start popping. Oh, well, when I was your age, shut up, Dave. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to start.
Yeah.
You're getting it from all angles. You got to kind of.
I mean, absolutely. And I wonder what happened if I'd have had a good minute. Because now I'm looking at it, they don't give a shit about the comedy. They clearly
well, they've give you a minute.
They gave me a minute. I didn't do well. They're not like, hey, you need to. That's the thing that upset me about it at the time, was that they didn't say anything about the comedy. If they'd have said, I mean, what could they have said?
Well,
they couldn't have said
nice.
anything. They would have just been like, you know what, you suck and you got nothing.
They could have said, keep going, practice.
Yeah, they
but
could have
that's not the point of this.
No.
The point is, let's get this minute done, right? And then let's rip the shit out of you for as long as we can.
But then afterwards, you've got this girl comes on, who's now, she's not, nobody on this has made it big since then. We're talking about 8 years ago now, really. Jeremiah Watkins is pretty well known, but he's not doing loads of stuff. I don't know where this guy, the guy with the guitar, is on the left. He opened the show. He did musical comedy. I haven't heard of him since. Hinchcliffe obviously is quite well known, quite big still, but still not jumped up. Candice Thompson I don't hear about. Jessica Michelle Singleton's still going, still a comedian, but I don't.
Yeah. I think I've seen Candice
none of them
Michelle
have stepped up to this high level. This girl became big on Twitter and is still a comedian, but I don't know. I didn't see much after that. She became big on Twitter and then she's still a comic, but I don't know what she's doing.
Hey.
If I remember rightly, she kills.
I was on Wikipedia today looking at this ethnic slurs page. Because that's what I do with my time. And I feel like a lot of the slurs on there shouldn't even be on there because they're too cute to be slurs. Wouldn't you want to go home and curl up with a little jungle bunny? Wouldn't you want that?
See? Straight in with a joke.
So cute. But I feel like they got really lazy when they came up with all the rest of the slurs, right? And by they, I mean white people. Because you know what you did. Right? They got to the worst one. They got to the N-word. And then they just added an adjective before it and applied it to all the other races, right? So for Arabic people, they had sand, right? This is a fill in the blank, you guys. This is a choose your own adventure. This is a, when I say sand, you say
castle.
I almost got you guys. I almost got you.
They loved her after she did her thing.
Yeah.
So I sat down and I watched her, and then I was like, "Fuck this, I'm going."
Were people speaking to you or looking at you as you walked out?
No, nobody said anything. I went and sat down with Tom. He was like, "Sorry, mate," and then we
put your hat over your eyes.
We watched her, and then they were talking about her. And I think the next opportunity, I don't know if we stayed for the whole of her. The chat with her, but they were so different with her. They were obviously relieved to have someone who did jokes. She's really new, clearly, but they were relieved to have someone who had jokes and punchlines, and they were talking. They were really happy, and she's a girl and stuff. And there's two women on the panel, and it was
you must have felt so bad, man.
I did, and we went out. We went to a bar, and I was just pure drown your sorrows. I was.
And you were drinking.
I was still drinking at this point. Yeah, this is a couple of years before I quit. I think I'd been off the drink for a bit. That's why I'm so skinny. And then I got back on it on this trip. Yeah. So we were there. We went to some bar and, just drowning sorrows and everything. It was rough, man.
That's a crazy, I mean, to be 6 months in and then give that a go, I feel like.
Would you do that?
Maybe now.
Yeah.
But I think 6 months ago I would have done it. No.
I
don't think I could have done a minute.
I just had I think I was, I've always been very confident, way more confident than my ability should be.
Oh, right.
Especially in the early days. I just thought I was going to be good at comedy. And when I did it, I realized I just was not a good joke writer or a natural joke person. So it took me ages to learn how to do that. Yeah. But second of all, it was just not having any idea what the level and what things were like. This is LA.
No one tells you these things. You have to find out by talking to different people. You have to be like, what's going on? How does the structure of it work? Am I really as bad as everyone keeps telling me I am?
The other thing was in Tokyo, you tend to do stuff about living in Japan.
Yeah.
So I think probably it was a lot of stuff I couldn't do that would have been things that might have got a better laugh, but I felt, they won't understand this.
It might have translated well, but
maybe, I didn't want to mention it. I didn't want to start getting into it, but maybe I should have done. But
I reckon we should do a GoFundMe, Rent Boys, and we should all go to Austin and do Kill Tony.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Imagine if we all went there and none of us got on. Spend all that money.
How many times can you put your name in the bucket?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I bet no one's asked that question.
I never. After that, I just decided never to care about Kill Tony ever again.
Right, okay.
I have not watched it since.
I love Kill Tony.
I
love Kill Tony. I think it's great.
Would you do that?
I love the guests on it.
If they gave us money, would you go to Austin and go on and Kill Tony?
Well, of course I would, yeah. It'd be a dream come true.
That'd be amazing.
But to be honest, there's about 25 people listening. So I don't know.
One of them's fucking Uncle Chris and the other one's AJ from the club.
How much are they putting in each? You know what I mean? To send us all there.
500 quid.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But if you got it, let us know.
Yeah, please sort us out. Actually,
socks.
I would love to do that because if we go to Austin, I can then drive down to Dallas and watch the Dallas Mavericks to have a playoff game. So
No, you've got to stay with us.
You're contractually obliged.
What, are we just going to go to somewhere that's 6 hours behind and 8 hour plane journey away just to they be there for one night?
Yeah,
to do this.
Because a big thing about Dom is we're not allowed to enjoy any of this.
And I've got boxing.
This is
the next day.
You got boxing the next day, so we've got to go back. I'll stay out there.
Speaking of which.
That was our special edition Kill Tony rewatch. Can't wait to have to edit this. It's going to be great. But hey, it's a good reminder of how absolutely awful I was when I started comedy. So thank you so much, everyone. Again, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Send us the money so we can go to Austin and
send us some money.
Film it in there.
Let us know if you join our Patreon if we started one.
We'd have one.
Yeah, if we started one.
Okay.
Would
also,
you give us money?
Yeah, let us know about the socks thing because I'm still
Please send the address for the socks and the
pics.
details and that.
Just text me on that. Text me something.
The rent is due.
Bye who?
See you later, Chris.
Yes.
Take care.